Who's the announcer tonight?
All right, this is set. I'm trying a little bit of a different method for doing the announcements. And so this way, you can actually see folks and it doesn't do that weird screen sharing thing. So it seems to work overall, although it does make my laptop sound like a 747 getting ready for liftoff.
The text isn't as clear. Zoom does that weird like fuzzying on everything on the screen.
Well, all right. Well, I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah.
We'll see if we like it, and if we want to go back to the old way, we can go back to the old way. But otherwise, one day Zoom's gonna give us the option to just like configure it in this way, so then we're all not so tiny or whatever. All right, I got the spotlight, and then we'll just start in about 60 seconds. All right. And I told that if people are looking for jobs, there's going to be jobs tonight. So that's going to be exciting for job searchers. Some of them might be job hoppers. But all right, let's give it a second. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Code for Boston. My name is Matt, and I am on the core team here at Code for Boston, along with Alex and Annie and Harlan. If you need help with anything, have any questions, feel free to message one of us, whether it's in Zoom or on Slack, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. So the way things are going to work tonight is we're going to have some announcements. After we have announcements, then we will do project updates. And then after project updates, new folks will stay in here. And Alex and I will do some orientation with you all. So with that, let's go on to announcements. First and foremost, read our code of conduct at codeforboston.org/code of conduct. The gist of the code of conduct is this is a safe and respectful environment. If for some reason you feel like you aren't safe or aren't being respected, talk to one of us, and we're entitled to enforce the code of conduct and make sure that you have a good experience here at Code for Boston. I also want to encourage folks to follow us on social media and also to subscribe to the Code for Boston newsletter. The Code for Boston newsletter goes out every single week. It has all sorts of interesting facts. It has jobs. It has things that you want to hear about, read about, and learn about in the civic tech space. And the level of contenting in the newsletter goes up as my amount of boredom in quarantine also goes up. So we can only expect it to get better over time. And then once there's a vaccine, the newsletter will be of no value to you whatsoever. So we'll see how it goes. Or maybe by then I'll get my own content team. But we're also, we're live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I try and populate those, so please share those out as well. I also request folks to RSVP on Meetup at meetup.com/code for Boston. That is how, a lot of folks learn about us, and it helps boost us in the Meetup algorithm. And then the Zoom, if you want to say hello during the beginning of Hack Night, if you have a project update to give, or if you're new and need to attend orientation, going to codeforboston.org/room/CFB is how you get into our Zoom. And of course, most of our activity happens on Slack. So if you want to join a project room, talk to folks, share things, please go to slack.codeforboston.org. Also, we are a nonprofit, so we're not an expensive nonprofit. We don't have a huge operating need and budget, but we do have an operating need and budget. And so if you go codeforamerica.org/donate to a brigade, you can choose to earmark a donation to Code for Boston, and that supports our work and operating expenses for all our projects throughout the year, along with travel for our members when we're allowed to travel again for Code for America conferences, and pizza when we're here together. Events coming up. National Day of Civic Hacking was the thing that I was actually just talking with Alex about. Mark your calendars. It's September 12th, 2020. And the registration page is up. We've been tweeting the link to the registration page, and I'll be sharing it out in the email newsletter. So if you need that, get in the email newsletter. And Alex, do you want to say a couple words about National Day of Civic Hacking?
Sure. So as Matt said, National Day of Civic Hacking is coming up in only about a little over a month. So everyone's on the same page. This year's topic is People Over Paperwork, Civic Action for a Stronger Safety Net. So we're trying to partner with people to do who are in the social safety net kind of services. So if there's someone that you know or an organization that's in that kind of sphere, send it to us and we'll try and, get a hold of them and maybe they can help us plan a better event. So that's coming up soon.
Great. Yeah. So just join the organizing Slack channel is NDCOH Planning, I think. If you search for National Day in Slack, it should come up. So that is events. And then also Harlan wanted to share jobs. So Harlan, are you here? Do you want to share jobs? I thought Harlan was here.
No, I'm here. One thing that I will advocate for now that we are only meeting virtually is for all major video conferencing platforms to have the same mute unmute hotkey. So yeah. Anyway, so hi, my name's Harlan. I'm the director of design for what's called the customer technology team at the MBTA. We're basically the digital services team for the T. So our team runs the API, all the data, mbta.com, digital screens. We run a whole bunch of internal operations tools. And so we're hiring for 3 positions. 2 are on my team. One is a mid-level UX designer to make layouts for our digital screens and our website, mbta.com, focusing mostly on content, as opposed to sort of operational tools pages. And then we're hiring a senior level person to work with our transit technology team on a lot of sort of internal operational tools for dispatching, for what's called, for all of our field staff, for drivers, the ways we use our data, things like that. We're also hiring for a software engineer for our fare programs. This is working on a little bit of legacy code, but maybe building new stuff that runs all of the fare gates and things like that. So there are 3 things. I'm going to post the link here in the chat and also in Slack. If you have questions, I'm better equipped to answer the design questions because they're on my team, but I can answer whatever questions that people may have.
Awesome.
I'm done now.
All right. Thanks, Harlan. So with that, what we can do is we can go ahead and move on to project updates. So we'll do project updates. So we did last week, what we're doing tonight, and what we need. And so to start off, let's start with My City.
Hey everyone, so My City, no one was here last week, but tonight we're hoping to wrap up some improvements to our onboarding to making onboarding much easier, as well as I saw that some of our unit tests are failing. So we're going to take a look at that tonight. Plenty of features and stuff to work on if anyone's interested.
Great. Thanks, Jamie. Next is Safe Water.
Hey everyone. So the water team is working on 3 different projects. First is the Python Flask website where we're making updates to it. Second is we're wrapping up Google Analytics. And the third project is we're continuing work on our MVP for data visualization.
Great. Thanks, Anita. Next is harm reduction.
Cool. So last week we had a good conversation with our partner and kind of got some clarity on our project as well as kind of where we fit into the big picture. And today we'll be chatting about how to kind of reach out to some of our contacts and start making those introductions. So if you're interested in user research, perhaps you can join us tonight.
Thanks, Maya. Next is Job Hopper.
Sure. So last week, we sort of split into 2 tracks, some ongoing design work and what we're calling the data team, but which is really data and technology. And so the data team is trying to figure out the connections between all the data sources that we want to use. And then we're going to move on to prototyping. So we hope to move towards those things tonight.
Excellent. I believe Vita EITC is still off, so let's do Plug Along next.
Hi. Last week we worked on a couple relatively minor bugs. We updated some stuff on the region, the local screen, and a couple other things. We also onboarded some new people, so that was cool. This week we got a couple options depending on what people are interested in. We could make some modifications to the weather component. We could also take a look at tracking global stats for the app. So we'll see what people are interested in doing today.
Great. Thanks, Brian. Clean Slate, you're up.
Yeah. So we are continuing discussions with our partners to find a long-term home for our juvenile ceiling app. We're also continuing work on automated testing for our doc-assembled repos and continuing work on determining the list of expungible offenses so that we can use it in analyzing the Massachusetts prosecution data. And we're continuing to look for people who are interested in doing data analysis, people interested in writing and presenting clear content, and people interested in project management.
Excellent. And last but not least, Windfall Awareness.
Hello, everyone. I have been working with another couple of volunteers, including Alex and the core team, on the TypeScript code that is connecting the National Official Social Security Calculator with the JavaScript front end of our Social Security Calculator app that we've been in partnership with Congressman Seth Moulton for many months, and since a couple of years ago. And this week, we're probably going to continue that work and also some C++ work. So it's all in a React project, and welcome to join. I'll be out for a few minutes, the next 10 or 15 minutes. So check out orientation first and then join the channel on the website. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Thad. So those are all the projects that are presenting tonight or worked on tonight. So thanks everyone for coming by. If you are new, please stay in this room. In a few minutes, I'll turn off the stream and we can start getting situated for orientation. Otherwise, everyone else, thanks for dropping by and happy hacking.